Good morning. Hey, friends. I know it's like March 27th and we're all like really, really overwhelmed. So I just wanted to drop on and make this really short and sweet and say, let's just take a deep breath together. Inhale, exhale. It's March 27th. And if you're feeling like most firm owners I talk to right now, you're just basically running on fumes. You've been pouring from an empty cup for a while now, jumping from one fire to the next, trying to keep it all together. And you're probably telling yourself just a couple more weeks and I'll start over. I'll rest later. I can do this later. But let me ask you something. How are you really feeling right now? Not just surface level, because many times as accountants, that's all we do. We don't dig into how are we feeling surface level. Because many times when I ask people that, they're not really fine. Deep down, they're exhausted, they're resentful. You're just like doing everything for everyone else and nothing for yourself. And that's where a lot of people don't actually share where they're really coming from. And that's what I want to kind of talk about today. Um, And I want to talk about one of my coaching calls, group coaching calls I had Monday. And I had some tax preparers on there and they were actually smiling. And I was like, it's the end of March and you're smiling. And they're like, yeah, because it's different than it was last year. So what I want you to know is it can be something be different. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping this industry because it has to change. Something has to shift. You didn't build your business to feel like this. You didn't sign up to be burned out, underpaid, and constantly stretched too thin. And if your gut is telling you that it's not just a busy season problem, because that's what I hear all the time, it has to be this way. And I'm telling you, it doesn't. This cycle comes every year and something bigger needs to change. And you're absolutely right. It does need to change, but it's got to start with you. So I was talking to someone yesterday, and she was telling me where she was with all of her returns. And she's like, well, I just have to get through April 15th. And I'm like, the amount of returns you still have, it doesn't end at April 15th. It's going to go over until September 15th, October 15th. And so with the amount of returns that are going on extension, it's almost the same amount. So for those of you that are staying, I'll just wait till later to fix it. Later never comes. And the problem is, number one, we're still taking on returns that we don't actually have time for. We're still taking on bookkeeping that we don't actually have time for. But the reason we're doing that is because the real problem is pricing. I have not found anyone yet that the real problem has not been pricing. Not a new tech tool, not more clients, not staying up later, but pricing. Because how you price is how you value your time, your energy, your team, and your expertise. So if this is hitting home for you today, I want to invite you to take one small step toward the business and life you actually want. I have created a pricing planner for this exact moment just to change this up here. Because if this up here doesn't change, nothing changes. Absolutely nothing. Because this is where all our limiting beliefs are of I can't charge more. I can't do this. I won't. People won't pay it. My clients won't change. All of that starts here. And until you shift this, nothing changes. No matter what you do, no matter what tech you put in, no matter whatever you do, nothing's going to change until you decide to draw the line in the sand and say, I'm not working like this anymore. Because you can put in all the tech you want, and all it's going to do is number one, you're not going to implement it because you don't have time. Number two, it just adds to the bottom line of a tech that you're not even using. I can't tell you how many accountants we've gone through their expenses and they have so many pieces of tech they're not even using. So what I want to do is I want you to drop planner below in the comments and we'll get you that planner. And it doesn't take long to go through it. You can do, I think I made the videos less than 5 minutes. You can do one per day, less than 5 minutes. And whether or not you download it or not, or want it, hear me say this. You don't have to keep running on empty. You can build a firm that works for you. You're worth more than what you've been charging, because many of you are charging less than TurboTax, H&R Block, and I'm trying not to get on a soapbox here. You're charging less than those people, but you're giving actually better service and you have relationships with your clients, but you're afraid to charge more. And bookkeepers, this is you too. You're charging less than QuickBooks Live most of the time. So I want you to take a breath, take a moment, and take the next step by just putting planner at the bottom of this. And if you have something else going on, feel free to DM me or put it in the chat below, because I'm cheering you on each and every day, whether you know it or not. So I hope this video was helpful, and I hope that you get the planner by commenting below, and I will hope to see you soon.